Welcome back, Ark's Pokemon Draft League. Your coach of the Laddie Daddies here, Quincy Stotts, or known as CapFox1987, if you don't know who I am yet. Um, I'm here this week to do our week 3 video against the Montana Milktanks, Quick Kill, or some of you might know them as Brent. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna run through my team, I guess. Um, so when prepping for Brent's team, physical mons. He has all physical mons. Um, he might have a few. I don't know what Quillfish is, but pretty much any of his mons that are dealing damage are on the physical side. So um, that's going to be the theme this week, and you'll see that later. But first, Gallade is kind of a coverage mon this week. We put an expert belt on him, 252 attack, 252 speed, ice punch, fire punch, drain punch, and knockoff. Um, So the first two moves hit a couple of his mons for 4 times damage, Sand Slash and Flapple. Drain Punch is there for Gallade Sustain. Maybe he survives a hit and we can get some health back. Um, it's also double effective against things like Milktank and I think it was Feeble and Lycanroc actually. And then Knockoff's just a really good move we have. That's kind of it for Glade. He's just kind of coverage. He's able to deal with a couple different things. And with his speed tier, I think he outspeeds what he needs to anyway. Sphinx. We're bringing Meowstic this week, but I am going off of an idea DJ gave me last week, actually. He commented in my YouTube video about running competitive on the female Meowstic, and I wasn't even really aware of that strategy before. I kind of only paid attention to the male side where your status moves get a +1 priority, and wasn't even really aware of this. So we're trying this week. Um, what the competitive ability does is whenever one of my stats is lowered, my special attack will go up by 2 points. So the idea here is to throw Sphinx into either Luxray or Quillfish, hoping they have Intimidate, popping the ability and the Adrenaline Orb. So I will have a +1 to speed and +2 to special attack. And then we're just going to hit things for a wicked amount of damage. Uh, so Psychic, Dark Pulse, Energy Ball, and then Reflect. That's going to help us just put a damper on his physical team. And then we'll just be doing massive damage after that. So that's basically Meowstic this week. Lurantis, full offensive, no points in anything else but attack and special attack, except for the 1 in HP. 0 IVs in speed, because we're running another Trick Room this week, which we'll go over next, I think. Then we have Contrary. Hopefully we can get a free boost from Intimidate again onto our attack stat. Superpower and Leaf Storm to boost our attacking stats again. And then Knock Off because it's a great move, and Dual Chop. Dual Chop, not a normal Lurantis move, but even at +0 attack, it does a pretty decent amount of damage to his Flapple. And that's kind of my main worry this week, because that thing hits like a truck. So I don't want that thing wrecking my team. So if we can get in there and knock it out with a coverage move he might not be expecting, that would be lovely. Next up this week, we have Duke the Dusclops, running a Eviolite Frisk ability, 252 attack, and 252 defense, with the 4 left over in attack. Trick Room to set up for our Lurantis, Will-O-Wisp, Damper on his physical side again. If we hit anything with that, they're going to be dealing half damage and taking a little bit of chip every turn. Then we have Sucker Punch for some priority chip damage, and Earthquake is just a decent coverage move against a couple of his mons. So this guy's role is just to soak up damage, hopefully cripple some things, and set up for Lurantis. Then we got a first appear this season on my team, our Ninetales, running a Focus Sash Nasty Plot setup build. Um, Ninetales is not particularly bulky, but I want to be able to set this thing up. So we're just running the Focus Sash so we can get that done for free. And then hopefully we are outspeeding things and we're just able to shoot off flamethrowers, scorching sands, and extra sensory for double damage. I think that's it for Ninetales. Just set up and do damage. Lastly on the team, we have Garog the Dubwool running a Rocky helmet, one of my favorite items. The Fluffy ability for that half damage on physical attacks, and 252 HP and 252 defense. My idea with Dubwool this week is just to put him in and let Brent hit himself to death, or his Pokemon to hit himself to death. Cotton Guard, Body Press, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Hopefully I get a Cotton Guard up, get a Body Press in, and then just rest after that, and he just has to hit double enough times to where he's eventually going to kill something of his own to Rocky Helmet. So kind of using the tanky side of double as a offensive threat this week. And that is the team. So I play Brent tonight, Friday night, hopefully. I think we're still on for around 6:30. And yeah, wish the laddie daddies luck. I'll be back with a post-game review. So see you guys. Alright, what is up, APDL? We just played our week 3 game against Brent, the Montana Milktanks. Couple days later than we originally intended to, I guess. We played on Sunday instead of Friday, but all good. We got the game in, and we're gonna run through the replay here. First up, looking at his team, I guess the only weird thing I saw was I didn't see Quillfish. I thought he might bring some sort of Toxic Stall or Explosion set with that, but nothing. So I send out Meowstic right away, thinking if I can get an early Reflect up, that'll help me switch around a little bit more freely. And I know that I will be fast enough to get a Reflect up in the face of pretty much anything and live a hit, even if it ends up being a big hit. So we set up Reflect into Dragon Dance, and we switch out to Dusclops here. Tanks a Grav Apple, which is awesome. He tanks another one, and we Will-O-Wisp him. Because this thing does a scary amount of damage to a lot of my team. The only things that can really tank any damage from this are Dusclops and Grog, or Double. But now he is shooting Grav Apples into a Reflect, and he's burned. So Dusclops has done what I've wanted him to do, and I'm going to switch into Gallade. Tanks it, only 24% damage, and then I hit for a Ice Punch here. Spoiler alert. And 4 times effectiveness, that thing does not live. Glade's sitting at 0.5 defense now, and I'm thinking, okay, depending on what he throws in here, we might have to get out. But he throws in a Alolan Sandslash, and here I see no reason not to Drain Punch. I'm faster than him unless he's Scarfed. In which case Glade dies, but he is not Scarfed, so we're gonna eat that up, get some health back, almost full. He sends in Thievul again, and we're gonna do the same thing. Unfortunately, he survives with a Sash and tries to Shadow Ball us. Luckily, Glade is an absolute unit when it comes to best special defense, so we're alive. And I see this as a good opportunity to get Grog in and keep that differential score up. So we're going to get him in. Tanks Shadow Ball. He's immune. He's going to take our Rocky Helmet off and kill himself in the process, unfortunately. And Grog is just going to get the setup and click Body Press for the rest of the game, dealing damage based off his defense. So Grog is doing what Grog does best, taking damage and punching stuff. and from there, he just tries to kill this thing, and it does not go well. And Grog just kind of eats it all up. So that is our week 3 game against the Montana Milktanks. Don't know what else I want to talk about. I don't have his team. I don't think he put it in pastes, but maybe I can pull mine up here. I don't know what to say. Pretty happy this week. Grog was even tankier than I figured he'd be. Granted, we got to set up Cotton Guard for free, kind of, with the Ghost type switch in. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. I don't know who we play, but we'll figure it out then. So, see you guys.